Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you know that on today's episode, we're going to be talking about something that I consider buyer beware: referral services for polygraph examiners. Let me stop and tell you, in every single state, there is a polygraph examiner just about that you can hire, or one across the line that can assist you in every important matter that you want to resolve. I'm going to repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. In every state, there's a polygraph examiner that can resolve your important matter. And so for you to go on to a referral service that spends thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for advertisement, and you go online and see this, and then you hire an examiner through a referral service, it is like playing craps at the casino. It's like playing roulette, and it's like getting a 50-50 chance on getting a good examiner to resolve your issues. So let's dive deep into this important issue that I want to help everyone that follows me and listens as to referral services. Before we get started, I want to read a few reviews from these referral services, and I'm not going to mention the referral services because I'm not going to give them any more fame, any more advertisement, but you can look them up and you can look their reviews up before you even consider ever going to these referral services to render your results for your important matters. So here's some of these reviews, and they're real reviews that I took off their sites and on other sites about customers who have hired these referral services and these examiners that they, quote, hire to work for them. Quote, "This examiner in Paramus, New Jersey, is still learning his trade. He was a good person, but very inexperienced. I believe that this is why Polygraph for this company, and that's why they get these kind of examiners." Let's continue. And I'm shortening it because there are long ones. Here's one from Ripoff Report. That's another site you can see. "There are a few issues to be addressed in this complaint," in reference to the examiner that was hired from this referral service. "These members, quote, are not employees or contractors of this referral service and have no direct oversight when exams are administered by these referral services." So, ladies and gentlemen, it's sad to say that when these referral services reach out to these examiners, because what happens is the owners of these referral services, what they do, and this is exactly how it works. An examiner who wants to make money, and that's what these referral services are. It's money-making scams, if you want to call it, or Ponzi schemes, however you want to look at it. But they collect a referral fee, anywhere from, who knows, $50 all the way up to $150, just so that you can say, "I want a polygraph examiner." Then they will send your information onto one of their examiners that wants to be in this referral system list. And then what happens is they give that information that you have put out on that website That examiner, some companies will say they have up to 30 days to reach out to you. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. 30 days, okay, or 10 days, okay, to reach out to you for your important matter, to schedule an examination. Once that examiner reaches out to you, they will then schedule your exam that to you was so important that you reached out to that referral service that very day. Yet on that referral site, it says that examiner has up to anywhere from, let's say, 72 hours, which is 5 days, all the way up to, let's say, 30 days to reach out to you because they're so busy. So now that your serious matter of importance is now, right now, you have to wait 30 days or 5 days, or let's say even go less, let's say 48 hours before you can even get contacted by an examiner that you don't even know. Meaning, so that examiner calls you up and says, hey, I see you got a referral service, and I'm Joe Blow, who's an examiner in your state that got the referral service, and can you tell me what your issue is again? And so then you say, at that time, you can either say, never mind, I resolved the matter, or never mind, I hired another examiner, or okay, we still want it. Here's what happens then. The examiner then says, well, this is how much I charge. So now you're paying the examiner's fee on top of the referral fee, and then you're scheduled for your exam, and now you have to go to a location that's where you're going to get tested. Now, here's the sad part, ladies and gentlemen. These examiners that are in this referral service, the majority of them do not have their own offices. So you're going to go to either a hotel conference room, a Regis, which is those day offices, or some other location, and or they're going to come to your residence, which is a serious safety risk. And you're going to go to these locations, and you're still not going to know who this examiner is other than their name. You're not going to know their credentials. You're not going to know their past history. You're not going to know their experience other than a little blip on the referral services website that says he's been doing or she's been doing X, Y, and Z amount of years, and that's it. You're not going to really have much information on that examiner. You're going to go get tested, and like I said, it's like playing craps or roulette. You're going to hope that this examiner is experienced and knows what he or she is doing. But ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you as well. Some of these referral services don't get a lot of examiners that want to work for them, so they get what's called interns. Interns are examiners who have just recently graduated from Polygraph school and are going through their internship, which is basically honing in on their learned experience after graduation from school. And the owner of these referral services are supposed to be checking the quality of their charts, but however, here's what happens. When you get tested, that examiner is rendering the results right then and there. So there is no quality control by that intern. An intern's not saying, okay, I'll give you the results in a day or two. Let me go get my supervisor to check it. He's rendering or she's rendering those results immediately that day to you. So he's either telling you you failed or you passed, and then supposedly sending those charts that day or a day later to the so-called owner of the referral service, who's supposed to check off and say that that examiner did everything correctly before you get your report. That's so wrong and inappropriate, is absolutely horrible for you, the client and the customer. Let me also tell you how these examiners get onto this referral service. They want to apply because they want more business, which means either they don't have a lot of business going on, they want to work only part-time, or they don't mind traveling. So they go through this referral service as an examiner, and they will either undercut as an examiner another examiner's fees. And so the referral service says, absolutely, I want you, because we'll take business away from another professional examiner, and let's take you over these other examiners in that state. And that's what happens. So when these people call these referral services, they're getting them based on price, not based on experience, and not based on professional references or credentials. It's based on price. So when they call and they say, oh, wow, this referral services only charges $400, where a real professional examiner in my state is charging $600 or $700, I want to go with the $400. But here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what examiner you're getting, and you don't know the credentials or the experience, where if you were to call the $600 or $700 examiner, you're talking to that examiner personally. You can ask tons of questions, and that examiner most likely has his own or her own professional office where you're going to be able to go in, see their credentials, talk to them, and get all your issues resolved. And here's the other thing. You call that examiner in your state who's professional, you're going to get probably an appointment probably within 24 hours or maybe a day or two later. You're not going to wait 30 days or 5 days before you get an appointment. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I would not personally go through any referral service if my issue was as important as it is when you call. So again, you're paying double the fee. You're paying a fee for the referral just to make that phone call, So the owner of the referral service is doing absolutely nothing but taking your information down and collecting a big fee, when you can make phone calls by going online and searching for a polygraph examiner in your state or in your city and finding that examiner. Let's continue, please. I want to help you. Here's how some of these referral services certify their examiner. They say, have you completed 200 exams in, let's say, 2 years or 5 years? And you would say yes, and you check it off. Have you gone through an accredited polygraph school? Yes, check it off. Do you have insurance? Yes, you would check it off. And have you ever been, sued or anything of that nature? Nope. And then they say, got your blessing. You're now certified as an examiner with us. And now you can put our logo on your website. And now you can advertise that you're a member of our referral services. And when you get a referral, you're now one of our members, and we're going to start sending you business through our services. You're not certified that way, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way. You don't even know if they go to continuing education and get continuing education credits yearly like you're supposed to. The other thing, ladies and gentlemen, is you don't even know if when they test you, if they're going to record the examination. Another review right here says, quote, my examiner didn't even have his recording device working properly when testing. How accurate was these results when he tested my significant other? Again, that's kind of reviews you're going to see and hear when you go through a referral service, not knowing what kind of examiner you're not checking out before you hire them. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, in reference to referral services, is if they say they can do it in your home, that should be a very big no-brainer, NO, for your safety and the examiner's safety. Number one, you don't know who he or she is. They don't know who you are. And so for safety reasons, I would not allow anyone in my home to test, because these are really life-altering decisions. And if this individual examiner that you're hiring through a referral service doesn't know what they're doing, and you're truly innocent, and you get called out and say you fail, I think things are going to go south very quickly, and things could ultimately go wrong. And your safety or their safety could be in jeopardy. And why would you even allow someone in your home that could happen? It's not worth it. And so I would never allow someone to test in your home. The other thing is if they don't have their own office and they rent Regis offices, that might be fine. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people don't want to pay a rent or a mortgage for an office, and that's fine. However, if they are an examiner through these referral services that bounce all around and you still don't know their credibility, they have no professional references, I'd be very, very cautious going through these referral services. Ladies and gentlemen, take your time first and search for an examiner in your area. And if that is the last resort that you must go through a referral service, then go ahead. Go ahead. But make that the last resort that you ever do before going through a polygraph examiner in your state, in your city, because someone can refer you to an examiner who has professional references, great reviews, and knows what they're doing. If you need my help, you know how to reach me. You know how to contact me. I'll be more than happy to assist you in anything you want to ask. If you like this kind of topic and this kind of subject, continue to follow me, reach out, like, and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and summer. Thank you.